In a world where travel has become more accessible than ever, the question arises, how can we explore the beauty of our planet while protecting it for future generations? Mass tourism has left an undeniable mark on fragile ecosystems and local communities, but the future of travel can and must be different. This is where our story begins. Inspired by the wisdom of indigenous cultures and their harmonious relationship with nature, we founded our Regenerative Tourism project with a simple yet powerful mission to transform travel into a force for good.
Our project's focus key areas are in reforestation, wildlife protection, sustainable agriculture, and community-led developments. Travelers can directly support these initiatives through hands-on experiences, whether it's helping planting trees, plastic upcycling, or helping at the local community empowerment program.
The need for sustainable and regenerative tourism has never been more urgent. Climate change, environmental degradation, and social inequity are global challenges that we can no longer ignore. Every trip has the power to either harm or heal. At this critical moment, our Regenerative Tourism project is working towards solutions. We offer immersive travel experiences where tourists actively contribute to environmental conservation, cultural preservation, and community empowerment.
And we are just getting started. Our goal is to scale our impact, work with more community projects, expand our climate action efforts, and pioneering regenerative practices in the tourism industry. Our vision is a world where every traveler contributes to environmental and community sustainability.
But it's not just about giving. It's about receiving unforgettable, authentic experiences. By working side by side with local communities, our travelers leave with more than just memories. They leave with a deeper connection to the world, its people, and its future. This is more than a travel experience. It's a movement towards a future where tourism regenerates rather than depletes. But we can't do it alone. The planet needs people like you, conscious travelers who are ready to make a difference.
Join us on this journey. Be part of the travel experience that changes lives, yours, and the lives of people and places you will visit. Together, we can create a tourism and travel experience that heals the planet, one trip at a time. See you then.
Yeah, so over to you, Obina. Floor is yours.
I don't know why I always smile whenever I see myself on the screen, but maybe it's only me. So I am Etimu Obina, the team leader of Regenerative Safari Ventures, the project we just saw in the video. And today I'm here to share a little bit of my story and my journey to SINA, to a point whereby now you see me on the screen. So my journey starts back the heart of Bwaise, and this is the largest slum area, Uganda, a population of nearly 50,000, 90% of which live below the poverty line. Due to the high unemployment rates and the scorching poverty in the area, youth like me are left with no choice but to end up in crime and drug or substance abuse. Additionally, Bwaise is one of the areas in Uganda and Africa at large that is affected the most by the effects of climate change, especially with the flooding. And this is due to the environmental degradation, poor waste disposal, and the limited possibilities the community members in my community. And every time it rains, houses get waterlogged, families are displaced from their homes, and the children are exposed to waterborne diseases. No wonder in Uganda, we even have a saying that water is life. when you don't live in Bwaise, the place I call home. So life in Bwaise, living in Bwaise for years, I always felt trapped in a cycle of hopelessness and always thinking that my circumstances, the slum, find my destiny. And statistically, they could, because when you grow up in an environment where crime is normalized, gangsters are celebrated, and drug abuse is the order of the day, it's more than a miracle not to end up in the same circumstances. But when life seemed really empty, an opportunity came my way that would forever change my path. So a friend of mine that we used to smoke weed together the early days invited me to this project called SINA. And he told me that the project is offering youth like me with a marginalized background an opportunity to turn our stories to projects of video and community well-being. So he told me that the project would be offering also services like accommodation, like internet, free mentorship, and free meals for the participants during their time at the project. For sure, this sounded so good to be true, especially for a person with a kind of background like mine. And for sure, a person like me who knows the value of accommodation, a person like me who knows the value of a plate of food, this was partly the motivation to try and apply and join SINA. So long story short, I joined SINA, and this was the beginning of my transformation. So when I joined SINA, I encountered principles and ways of doing things that for sure was unique to SINA, or at least to me, it was really new because I've never been in this kind of environment. So I came across principles like free responsibility. We used to call it free responsibility during the time at SINA. And this concept is when we have freedom to do everything what you want, but then you're responsible. So these two elements of free and responsible would always come together, and this could invite a lot of self-accountability. And the other concept that I really encountered that transformed my life was the concept in the SINA community of holocracy system of governance. And this is the system of governance where the community runs the community through roles and responsibilities. So this was really new to me, coming from a background of the slums where it's always the jungle law governing the community. So basically with the jungle law is the survival for the fittest. And here I am, a space whereby the community runs the community and everyone's responsible for everything through their special roles and responsibilities. It was transformative. So additionally, in SINA, we also had several sessions and trainings that were aimed at empowering our entrepreneurial and personal development. These were very transformative and very impactful in my life personally. And some of the key sessions and trainings that were really impactful were the sessions about 7 habits for highly effective people. This was so powerful. The sessions were really powerful because they changed a lot of how I approach life, our relationships, and business. And the other sessions that were really impactful for me, used to call them NVC, and NVC stood for non-violent communication. So coming from a background of violence, the slums, so when we encounter something like non-violent communication, it's for sure, it works like magic when you apply it in your day-to-day life. And for sure, it really worked for me and it always stick with me. So during my journey in SINA, I've actually been able to be transformed to person that actually has a lot of self-accountability and also focuses at trying to participate in the change I really want to see. Through the mentorship, providing an environment whereby I can express myself freely, but also responsible, I was able to turn my story to something that for sure I'm happy to see right now. And this was turned into the birth of a project that I founded called Regenerative Safari Ventures. And with the Regenerative Safari Ventures, like you saw in the video, it's a movement aimed at transforming the potential of tourism to impacting the environment and the communities. We chose the name Regenerative because we believe that tourism should not only be sustainable, but should be regenerative. And that means giving back more than we take. So when the travelers engage with the local social projects, they not only visit, but they also contribute to the environmental and community well-being. Long story short, like most of you on this call, our project is also part of the solutions, the world's most pressing challenges, especially climate change and environment and community empowerment. And then we are honored to be the travel partners for SINA communities and different projects. For instance, even the upcoming planning journey, we are co-designing it with SINA, where we are having participants coming in to explore the different SINA communities. So basically, my project, one I'm team leading, is one running this program. Last year as well, we also had another program that had the consortium leaders. There were about 10 participants that were also exploring the SINA communities. And until now, we have run these kind of programs, close to 50 programs currently, locally, the local and the international travelers. And through the programs, we have been able to, for instance, to plant nearly 2,000 trees in the different communities, just like you saw in the video, where we work with the communities to do activities like tree planting. So in the next 3 months, we are focusing, our project is looking at establishing a carbon calculator. And this carbon calculator actually aimed at enabling travelers offset their carbon emissions. And the carbon offsets we get from this carbon calculator are used to boost our environmental and community empowerment, like the tree planting campaign, marine and beach cleanups, and several other activities. Additionally, we are also shall be launching our new programs with the communities in Zanzibar Island. This one of the beautiful islands I would encourage you at some point. So we are having a project which we're planning to launch in the next 3 months, whereby we are working with a social project there. There's even a SINA replica also there. We're in touch with these kind of projects and other projects in marine conservation, and especially with the turtles, the islands of Zanzibar. So we shall be now running programs Zanzibar, and the next 3 months, this will also be launching. And in the next 6 to 10 years, we are looking at more collaborative partnerships, the different communities and institutions around Africa and around the world that are also envisioning at a world of environmental and community sustainability. Yeah, with those few words, I would thank you guys for listening to me, and when time allows, I'll also welcome some questions as the moderator will guide us. Thank you for listening to me.